but you kind of hit it on the head there when you said the shapes. As long as I remember that what I'm painting is just a shape, I find I could manage when I'm
It's kind of like a
painting.
jigsaw puzzle
It's a
almost,
big
huh?
jigsaw puzzle. The one thing that I have noticed out here, though, is that many of the plant life out here has very soft edges, so I need to blend and really take a little bit more care around those edges than I would on the East Coast.
Okay. Well, me coming from Minnesota, I would say it's been a challenge, especially painting those. What would you call those? Toilet brushes? Is that what you call those? Those jumping cactus are
I
just
think that's a more correct term, yeah.
uh, they're
Chiro, I think they're called, but they're a very strange and alien plant coming from the East Coast, but they're quite common around here. And they do have a specific structure, and it did take a few tries to understand what I was actually seeing and translate that into paint. But we'll be addressing all that during the workshop.
Let's talk a little bit more about that workshop. It's a 3-day workshop. It's going to be presented through WHAM Art Association, whamart.org. And the first day is going to be basically Friday evening from 5 to 9, and we're going to be basically doing some demos, getting people kind of excited about painting, teaching them just a little bit of what to expect and fundamentals, getting them ready for a full day of painting on Saturday and Sunday out in the Wickenburg area, which is a fabulous place to paint. Do you have anything else you'd like to add to that?
Sure. During the workshop, we'll be covering your basic supplies, your setup, what pigments you should be using, your layout of your palette, which is pretty important, the types of brushes, the basics, the tools to get you going, which is often overlooked because painting could be challenging enough, and if you have inferior supplies, they're only going to work against you. So if you have some decent, they don't have to be overly expensive, but decent materials to work with, it's going to make your experience all that more pleasant and fun once you're out in the field. We'll talk about composition and design, value, color, edges, texture. These are the nuts and bolts of painting. So what you'll walk away with is a working knowledge of these terms and how to achieve them. And it won't only just apply to plein air, but it will also apply to portrait painting, still life, landscape, anything that you want to tackle. You can fall back on these skills.
That's a lot. That's a lot in 3 days, and plus they get two experienced plein air teachers for a very minimal amount of money for 3 days. Wouldn't you say? I think it's a great
Oh, it's
opportunity.
a fantastic deal, and having dual instructors means more one-on-one time with our attendees. So they're going to walk away with more knowledge than they would with a class that's overbooked and only one instructor.